How's it going, sir?
Reasonable job as you
Go crazy, berserker.
All right, we're back with another video, moving on to the E85 now. It's Friday, getting near the end of the day. The sun's starting to go down here, so I'm gonna get going on that. So I'm gonna walk everyone through the process of fuel, because the way I'm doing it is a little different than probably the most typical ways. I put the GoPro on and get some footage of how I'm working the fuel stuff out. So gotta get that done today, because tomorrow we're headed to Michigan to check out the PYOP, Detroit Hood TV, no prep, with Ben from Pro Tree Videos and the Windsor guys and Mike from Sinister Performance, and there's probably a few others going, I'm not too sure, but yeah, we got that going on tomorrow. So I want to get the car fueled up today on the E85 and fired up, and yeah, and go from there. So all right, so here's the setup here. We got the 55 gallon drum, I believe it's 55 gallon, but what we ended up doing is we ended up going with E98. So E98 was the same price as E85. So basically what we got to do is we got to mix the fuel to get it down to E85 to drop that ethanol content. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and filled these VP racing cans up with 3 liters of 91 octane from Canadian Tire that has 0 ethanol. So I found a calculator online and discussed with the supplier on the fuel about 3 liters of 91 with no octane, and then fill up to 5.5 gallons total with the E98, and that should put us at E85. So this process is new for me, so let's walk through it together. All right, guess we'll start with opening this guy up. This isn't a proper opener, but it should do the job. Oh, there we go, a little bit of pressure in there. Ooh. It smells sweet. Okay, so we got that off. So I understand we got to take this rubber off and transfer it over to the pump here, or siphon. And boom, we got that. So leave this guy over here. Get this all set up. All right, that should do it. So we'll drop this guy down in the tank. Snug this up. Can't imagine you want to go too tight with it because it is plastic, so we don't want to strip that. Let's get that snugged up. There we go. That's snug there. Guess we want to keep that closed. So, as I mentioned, I guess I'll back up here a bit. Got 3 liters of 91 with no ethanol in it, so we want to fill it up to 5.5 gallons, which should be around that point there, it looks like. So we'll get that started. Hopefully we don't have any spills here. So we'll pull this guy out, set this down in there. This rag just in case, and I guess we'll start pumping. And there it goes. Let's see, that's close enough there. So we'll pull this guy out, wipe it off. Tuck that guy away in there. Tighten that back up. All right, so we moved outside here. We've got this filled up. So what I'm gonna do is I've got an E85 tester here. I've already put the water, filled it up to the water line. So basically, this will show you where your your ethanol content is at, sorry. So I got a turkey baster, so we'll give this a try to siphon it out of there and fill this up to the full line there. Then we'll shake it, and then we'll let it sit and see where it ends up, and we'll see what ethanol content's in this. And that should be it. Put the rest of that back in there. There it goes. So we'll give this guy a shake. Good shaking. And then I guess we let it sit. And it will show us what it's going to do is it's going to separate here, and then it'll give us a idea of what the ethanol content is in this mixture. So we'll give this a few minutes and then we'll take a look before we fill the other bottle. Okay, it looks like it's settled to about E75. As you can see there, it's a bit cloudy from E75 down. So I think I know what my issue is here. So I just had this open here, so I'll take another look, but I actually didn't fill this all the way. So I'm actually going to top it up to 5.5 gallons where it should be at, because it's definitely not at that, and that's probably where our disconnect is on the ethanol content. So I'll top it up to there and we'll do the test again. All right, so we topped this thing right up, so it should be a better reading on the ethanol content now. So we got it all mixed up with the water there, and it looks like we are now probably around E80. So that should be close enough for now. Lund said as long as it's E75 or higher, we'll be safe. So. All right, so the second can went a bit better, filled her right up to the brim there. And we did the test on that one, and we are pretty much dead on E85 with that. I'd be safe to say between these two jugs, we're probably in the mid E80 to E85. So we'll definitely be safe on that, because like I said, Lund said as long as it's above E75, we'll be good. So yeah, there we go. We'll get these guys loaded up in the car. All right, before we load it up, just wanted to show everyone we're down to 0 kilometers. Literally no fuel left in the tank, so we should be good. We'll get those two 5.5 gallons loaded up in the tank. We'll load up the tune and we'll fire her up for the first time on E85. We got the fuel all loaded up. I got the RTD all plugged in so we can flash the E85 tune on. Got the TDN network all open now on the app here. So now I just got to find this tune that Brandon had sent me for the E85 fire up. So let me see if I can find that. All right, well, always something. Dug into it a bit deeper and it doesn't look like the tune was synced to my device. Went back to my emails. The last email I got from HP Tuners was the pump gas tune that Lund sent me. So I know in the emails with Brandon, it did say he synced the file, but it doesn't look like it's synced. So here we are Friday night. Sent an email to Brandon, but I'm sure I won't get an answer till Monday because I don't believe that they are open on Saturday and Sunday. So I guess we'll get back to this on Monday. All right, so we lost a few days there, but we do have the tune all loaded up into the cloud now, so it should be all good to download onto the app and then onto the car so we can get it fired up here on E85. So we're on to Tuesday now. Yesterday, unfortunately, Monday was a write-off. Had rain, so the roads were wet, and I don't want to take it out on the ET Street R's in the rain. Just not worth screwing around there. I know with this data log, it's not going to be anything crazy, just some idle stuff and some slow rev stuff, so I won't bore you with that. I'll put a link here if you want to know how to do this, because I did explain it in the last video, so I'm not going to walk through that again. So if you want to check that out, I'll link the video up here for that. So without further ado, we'll get the tune loaded up on the car, and we'll go through the steps we need to do the first dialogue here and get it sent off to Brandon at Lund Racing, and we'll go from there. Now, it is a little cold out here. It's, I think, 1 or 2 degrees. Not too sure what that converts to for my US followers. But I understand E85 is a bit of a challenge in cold weather, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to have any issues firing it up right now in this cold weather. But we'll know in a few moments. All right, we've got the tune all loaded up, so here we go. First fire up in E85. All right, it doesn't like that. Probably the cold weather. And I've got a dead battery. All right, we'll have to throw it on the charger and come back. Well, after some further investigation, looks like we burnt up a fuse. So she didn't like that much turning with the new battery set up in the trunk. So I'll throw another fuse in it, maybe get a set of cables on it to get some extra voltage going through it, because I don't believe this battery is as strong as it once was. So I'll throw some cables on it as well, and we'll try turning it over again. All right, so we replaced the fuse. Got a little bit of extra backup on there for some additional voltage, and we'll try starting her up again. Well, I forgot to hit record there, but we popped another fuse, so gonna have to figure out what the hell is going on here. All right, so we've replaced the fuse again. Bumped it up to a 250 amp. I don't think that 200 amp was enough. I'm not sure if that was the issue. After doing more research online, sounds like anything below 4 degrees is a no-go with the E85, and we are below 4 degrees. But I'm going to give this another shot right now, and we'll see what happens. Oh, we got 12.1 volts. Let's try. All right, it didn't blow the fuse that time. Give it another second. We'll go again. Oh, it wants to go. Give it another second. It's definitely not happy. Must be the temperature. We will give it 1 or 2 more shots. And the battery is dead. All right, maybe we'll come back to it later, and I'll put her on the charger and we'll try her again in a bit.
No problem. It gets flooded. We'll just wait a few seconds. It's alive! It's alive!
It's alive. All right, we're back again. It's Wednesday now, so once I got it fired up, I was letting the car warm up. When the car got to about operating temperature, it started surging. So I plugged in the data logger, got it data logging. Within a couple minutes, it evened itself out. So I took that data log and sent it over to Brandon at Lund. Wanted to make sure that everything was good before I took it out on the road to do the data logging that I needed to do on the road. So Brandon came back with a few questions, which I'll put on the screen here. I went back out to the car, made sure that the proper tune was loaded up, started it up, ran it again, everything ran well, sent Brandon the log. He came back this morning, said everything looked good and to continue on with the data logging. So here we are, it's Wednesday. The days are numbered here, so I'm going to get going, go get this data log done, get it off to Brandon tonight. So hopefully I got an answer back tomorrow. The weather's not looking good for the next few days, so I'm not too sure where we're going to land here, but here we go. Here we go. This is going to be the first wide open throttle right to 7,500 RPM. We're going to do it in third gear on the E85. Obviously, we are on low boost, still on the 79mm pulley. So Brendan wants to make sure that we're dialed in on that pulley before we put the party pulley on. So here we go. First full pull on E85. Woo! God damn! That was on a fucking rip! Jesus Christ! Alright, so we sent that log off to Lund. Brandon got back with us. He did some revisions on the tune, so I guess maybe there's some more left in it. So he wants us to do another rip from 2,500 RPM to 7,500, so we'll do that now and get that sent back to him. That thing rolls. Jesus. God, that thing rolls. Jesus. How's it going, sir?
Good. The reason I pulled you over is your muffler.
Yeah.
It's excessively loud.
Yeah.
I can hear you from like half a block away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get your license number.
Absolutely.
Just so you're on camera, okay?
Yep.
Apparently I am too.
Yep. License, yours. Yes, sir. Ownership.
Right back, okay?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, sir. License back.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
take it to you in 3 options. One, check free.
Yep.
You got to pick one within 15 days. Should you fail to do that, you'll be summoned to court.
Yep.
Fail to report at that point, your license will be suspended.
Yep.
So 15 days. Make sure you pick one of those three options. Okay.
Sounds good.
So the charge is motor vehicle improper muffler.
Yep.
Contrary to Highway Traffic Act, Section 75 sub 1.
Fair enough. Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Yeah, have a good night. Thank you. All right, so that's going to end this week's video. We've got 7 days to the first Ontario Street Outlaws No Prep event. We got a lot to do in 7 days. So if you like what you see, appreciate if you subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever. Everything helps the channel. But you can catch us next week. I'm going to try to drop the next video before the OSO event on Saturday. If not, it will be out on Sunday like usual. This was a tough week. Editing 2 videos, uploading 2 videos. It's a lot of work. So see what we can do for next week. But we'll catch you on the next video and appreciate you watching. Thanks.
We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder.